To escape a mysterious past, Katie moves to a small southern town.
Why Southport?
And I was just looking for a change.
There, she falls for Alex, a widower, raising 2 children.
But today with you, this is probably the first time that I've looked up.
It's a perfect day.
But their love is threatened when Katie's secret comes back to haunt her in Safe Haven.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Brenna, and we're here to talk about the new Nicholas Sparks adaptation, Safe Haven. We've all just seen it. Guys, is it a haven?
Safe Haven is about a girl named Katie who has to escape Boston because of some sort of tragedy that we're not quite privy to. She dyes her hair, cuts it, and moves off to a small town in North Carolina.
A safe haven.
That has become her safe haven. And there, of course, she starts to live amongst the people and falls in love, but then her past comes back to haunt her. Script was by Leslie Bohem and Dana Stevens. Leslie Bohem is famous for Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Child.
Is that really what famous
True.
for, or
Well,
what you're making fun of him
I
for?
see your name, I think Dream Child.
And Dana Stevens did City of Angels. So the problem with the script is actually the source material by Nicholas Sparks. It's a lot of surface emotions. There's no depth to it at all. It's really easy to follow. It's really easy to figure out until the weird ending.
The film follows a very basic formula that you've seen in other Nicholas Sparks adaptations. The movie has 2 characters, one of them has a secret. You spend the majority of the movie watching them fall in love, and then the third act has drama ensuing. There's a checklist that you see in these types of romantic dramas that includes cute kid characters, a director who's handled romantic dramas before, touching scenery, the love scenes, etc.
The problems here are with the script, and the problems with the script come from the source material because all of the problems with the film are things that are integral to the plot that you really couldn't take out of the script. However, I did find that the relationship between Kate and Alex, it was legitimate. It was like an actual romance.
I would agree, they have good chemistry.
Yeah.
So that would be Julianne Hough and Josh Duhamel. Julianne Hough is incredibly strong here. I think with the right roles, she could actually become the next Meg Ryan.
Along with the Katie and Alex story, we have some other subplots. We have the story of this cop who's trying to find Katie. She's wanted for murder. There's an APB out for her. And then we also have the next door neighbor friend character, which is Joe, played by Cobie Smulders. Unfortunately, these other subplots, while they're, again, integral to the plot, they're problematic. They're distracting.
They're really problematic.
Yeah, they're distracting, or they're even more basic than the love story between Katie and Alex, which I didn't think was possible.
Look, I moved out here, same reason as you, I think, to get some peace and quiet. So I get it if you just...
Yeah, I like the fact that I can hear myself think.
I mean, isn't it so nice to be away from all that noise and that chatter?
The Joe character, Cobie Smulders' character, is half the time I'm sitting there going, why are you here?
Right.
You serve no purpose. This is really awkward.
Cobie Smulders does have good chemistry with Julianne Hough, though, and I think that brings more mileage out of her character because of it.
Cobie Smulders' performance was good. Everybody's performance in this was good. And that's pretty much the saving point of this film. Julianne Hough is amazing as this lead.
She's really good.
Charismatic, and she's sweet, and she's at her strongest in the romantic scenes when she's kissing and cuddling and giggling, and it's adorable to watch her.
Your walls need a little bit.
Are you okay? I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Are you okay? Are you okay?
When they flash back to the problems she was having at home, there's a definitive difference between the characters, and then even her evolution is actually really nicely played.
Josh Duhamel in this movie brings the same kind of charisma and energy that he's brought to his other romantic leading man roles like When in Rome or Life as We Know It. Duhamel did have some problem with the dramatic side of his character, though.
There were scenes where it felt like he was trying to cry and couldn't do that, so he just did this. He just covered his face instead. And finally, we have the cop character, played by David Lyons, whose entire role is weakened by the way that the film is shot. Because he's got this character, he's a drunk, he's an alcoholic, he's violent, he's angry. His performance is believable. He's very believable as this crazy bad cop. But because he's intercut with these really happy scenes and suddenly it's dark, the transitions are comical, which completely detracts from his performance and makes him appear comical, even though he's doing a good job in this role. So it was directed by Lasse Hallström. He's done What's Eating Gilbert Grape, he's done Chocolat, he's done Cider House Rules, he's also done another Nicholas Sparks movie,
Dear
Dear John. And it feels like he's a bit on autopilot here.
Lasse Hallström's direction is pretty, but it's kind of generic. I do think that his pacing was pretty good, though, and I wasn't really ever bored.
Really? I thought that it moved really slowly. There was actually a point where I looked at my watch in the theater.
It was kind of a loungy movie, but I wasn't bored with it. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I want to get out of here. But it was the ending. It just, by the time I got to that, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
It's not the movie that I'm necessarily racing out to see, but I understand the audience that wants to see a movie like
Yes.
Safe Haven. And for the most part, I do think the performances are strong enough, and I think the direction, it does enough to bring justice to these characters and to what we're getting to see and to how the story is playing out regardless of the story's problems. And then, yes, you do get to the ending, and it becomes kind of an issue because you're hitting certain story beats that are...
You didn't prepare for them.
Yeah, you didn't prepare for them, you don't really need them. I don't know if it...
You didn't need them, and that's the thing is I thought I was actually going to cry, but then suddenly the ending happens, and you just kind of get drawn out of it, and you're like, what the heck is going on?
One too many rugs are pulled, and
Yeah.
you get the kind of expected ending, then you get a bonus ending, and you're like, oh, this is also part of this movie.
When the credits rolled, I literally went, what?
I was going to give this to see it for the fans of this type of genre, and because I really like Julianne Hough's performance, but the ridiculous ending just blew it for me, so I say stream it.
Safe Haven's not my kind of movie, per se, but despite its simplicity, I do recognize there's an audience for this type of movie, so I'm going to say stream it.
Films of this genre can be done well and can be enjoyed by fans and non-fans alike. This is not one of those films, so I say stream it.
Well, our votes add up to 1.5 tickets, so that's a stream it for Safe Haven.
Cheers.
Cheers to finding places to hide.
In North Carolina.
And she wore booty shorts.